From the Washington Street campus of Amarillo College, bringing you the news, events, and activities of your community college, it's the AC Report.
Welcome to the AC Report Year-End Video Edition. Topping our news tonight, construction projects are wrapping up and new projects are getting started at Amarillo College's campuses. Work on the major renovations and brand new buildings began after the 2007 bond election. DJ Azell joins us now live from the newsroom with an update on what has been completed and what's just getting started. DJ, with all these construction projects, is everything staying on track?
Actually, many of the projects have been completed ahead of schedule, and students say they're glad it's wrapping up.
Oh yeah, I can't wait for it to be over.
Construction is nearing completion at Parcells Hall and the Byrd Business Building. Some new classrooms are already being used. But how has the construction affected students and faculty?
Oh, construction has sucked. Yeah, it's affected my classes by, I've actually had classes canceled because of construction.
It's been really difficult. You have to avoid all the obstacles, and you always have to take the stairs, and there's always loud noises that affects your studying, and it can get really annoying.
It's been exciting and it's been annoying at the same time. So it's been exciting to see the transformation of the buildings. They don't even look recognizable from last semester. And of course we all have these beautiful new offices. So that's been nice. And all the classrooms are smart classrooms. So that's also helpful with teaching. But the negatives of it would be when our students are trying to do public speaking and in the middle of their speeches there's drilling and really loud drilling, so it's a little bit distracting to them.
AC officials say the next renovation projects will begin soon in the Music Building and Durrett Hall.
Is anything happening on any other campuses?
Yes, upgrades are planned for East Campus Building V. Meanwhile, back on the Washington Street campus, officials are discussing plans to renovate the Lynn Library and Dutch.
Renovations on the West Campus are back on track after a recent fire damaged part of a remodeled building and destroyed numerous computers. According to Chief Information Officer Lee Kola, smoke from the March 22nd fire damaged 45 computers.
We have cleaned one of the machines professionally, and that took about $300 to $400, and considering their life cycle, we went ahead and bought new computers.
Kola says equipment in the 3 smoke-damaged classrooms has been cleaned and is now fully operational. He reports the technological damage and restoration services cost about $40,000. Coordinator of Personnel Enrichment Luke Morrison says the 28 out of 28 bikes using the motorcycle operator training course were lost in the fire. All were insured and will be replaced. Director of Physical Plant Bruce Cotgreave says an estimated $350,000 to $400,000 was reported in building damage. AC will cover the $50,000 deductible and insurance will cover the rest. When it comes to fighting fires, AC is the place to teach it. That's because the college offers degrees and certificates in fire protection technology. Cassie Lax visited the Fire Academy and has this report on how students prepare for this red-hot career.
The Amarillo Fire Academy is in full swing at the East Campus.
It's a good replication of what we do on the job. They're going to go through everything from pulling hoses off of trucks, setting up ladders.
Approximately 200 students apply for every academy, but only 16 to 20 students are selected.
I just wanted to try and give back to my community and do something I can actually help others with.
Students must be college ready and must pass written and physical tests. After completion of the academy, students must take a state test to become certified.
It's been a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it.
AC opened the Regional Fire Academy in 1988 due to a demand for trained firefighters. Employment opportunities are available at city fire departments across the state.
Hopefully, if I can get accepted and hired at AFD, I'd like to work here, but you never know, so that's where I'd like to work.
So this career is definitely hot. This is Cassie Lax for the AC Report.
Amarillo College is the first college in the nation to become part of the No Excuses program. The college was notified earlier this semester that it is the only post-secondary institution in the country that has been accepted to join the No Excuses University Network. Helen Hernandez joins us now to talk more about No Excuses. Helen, what exactly is No Excuses? Is it a motto or a theme?
Actually, No Excuses is a philosophy that AC has adopted to encourage students to continue post-secondary education by removing obstacles to success. The program was started in California by a former teacher named Damon Lopez. Lopez developed a philosophy to introduce elementary students to the idea of going to college. No Excuses network started in Amarillo at San Jacinto Elementary School and then spread to middle schools and high schools throughout the city.
What is AC doing to implement this No Excuses philosophy?
The college has started lots of new initiatives to enhance the student success.
Amarillo College believes that every student is capable of success, and we want to help them succeed, not only in their academic goals, but in their career goals as well.
AC is helping students through several new programs. The college is starting a career center to help students find employment. AC is also serving as a pilot site for the Benefit Bank of Texas, a new service that helps people find and apply for public benefits and financial assistance. The college has also hired a new social service coordinator who will help connect students to resources. Finally, AC has started a new pilot class called the First Year Seminar, which teaches the learning theories and techniques and helps new students adjust to college life. Overall, the aim of No Excuses is a philosophy that AC will do everything it can to help students reach their educational goals.
There's another new program that helps students, and it began this semester. It's called the AC Pantry, and it allows students to get groceries to meet short-term emergency food needs.
The pantry came from a need. We noticed a need in students. Frequently, students will be at the end of the month, and they'll have 20 bucks left. Do I put this 20 bucks in my gas tank and come to school, or do I buy groceries with it? In direct proportion to the number of sacks going out, donations are coming in, so it never looks like our stock is going down, and it's just a huge blessing to watch that happen.
All students have to do is show up during normal work hours. AC is accepting donations to keep the pantry stocked.
Amarillo College is ending its first school year without cafeterias on the Washington Street and West campuses. Cafeteria service came to a close at the end of last spring semester. Since then, vending machines have been the answer for a quick snack for hungry students. The contract for the vending space is set to expire early this summer, and the college will be accepting bids for new contractors. For now, the Vendeteria, as students describe it, will continue to serve as a study location and a place to eat fast food brought from outside the campus.
New technology is uniting students on AC's Washington Street campus. Reporter Aaron Rosas joins us now from one of the 5 new multi-user workstations that were installed this March in the Lynn Library. Aaron?
These new collaboration stations are bringing more and more students to the Lynn Library to study and learn in a new way.
When we had class here, it was really cool because everybody was so close together and it was a lot more interactive, and same with our groups. We can put everything on the computer screen instead of having like several different laptops. We have one laptop where we can put everything up and it shows up on 2 different screens.
Students can plug in different laptops as well as turn off one screen, allowing only one screen to be active.
There's a computer that's already connected, and right now it's showing on both screens, but if somebody else wanted to bring a device, they could plug it in and they can control the monitor. So it's a quick way for you to see what other people are doing. So it just provides a mechanism for students to share resources and to collaborate.
Think about the collaboration stations.
I do think it's a good idea to bring them in here because I believe that more students will actually come into the Lynn Library to study, and it'll make studying much more easier if you're in a group. It'll make it a little more easier if you see it on these huge screens. So I think that it's a really good idea.
Thank you for that, Aaron. As for studying, final exams are right around the corner. Students say they are excited about the prospect of finishing but are stressed out with finals looming. Here are some helpful tips for a successful finals week.
I always just write everything down. Writing it for some reason helps me remember things, so that's what I do. I think the thing that stresses me out the most is time limitation, because you have to get all this other things done besides school, life and whatever.
Nothing stresses me out about finals. Just have to have a carefree attitude. It makes me have a better grade and just study.
Basically, you gotta just keep telling yourself that, it's not the end of the world. You will get through it. And if you overthink everything, it'll come back and bite you in the ass.
And bite you in the ass indeed. Advisors say to prepare by studying ahead of time and not waiting for the last minute to cram. Study groups are also a great way to help prepare.
Coming up next, find out what the college has planned for next year's institutional theme and Common Reader.
And Pay a visit to the Moore County and Hereford branch campuses. Those stories and more after this break.
Snacks, supplies, and Scantrons, and of course textbooks, the Amarillo College Bookstore has everything you need. We offer 2 convenient locations, extended hours at the beginning and end of every semester, and friendly, helpful service. Plus, when you buy directly from the AC Bookstore, you can be confident you are getting the books that your instructor requires. Watching your budget, choose from a large selection of low-priced used books. Order online or stop by and browse in person. And don't forget to check out our selection of clothing, gifts, and exclusive AC merchandise. From t-shirts to textbooks, we are AC's Bookstore.
Welcome back to the AC Report. AC student government leaders say they are pleased with this reaction to this year's distinguished lecture. On March 1st, the college welcomed former Egyptian First Lady Jahan Sadat, the author, activist, and widow of the assassinated Egyptian president, Anwar Sadat, spoke at the college at the Globe News Center for the Performing Arts. Sadat's lecture was received by people of all ages, and everyone appeared to have been inspired by her message of hope and peace. Student Government Programming Chair T.J. Williams helped select this year Sadat as this year's distinguished lecturer.
We go through an agency, and they gave us the name of Jahan Sadat, and we kind of looked into her, thought about it, and she really brought it to me and my committee and the e-board, and we all kind of looked at it and discussed and thought that she would be the best suit for this.
Following the speech, the editor of AC's student newspaper sat down with Sadat for a live question and answer session.
Such an inspiring speaker. Another noteworthy speaker is coming to Amarillo College this fall in conjunction with the 2012-2013 Common Reader. Rebecca Arnold reveals the name of the Common Reader book, the upcoming events, and speaker.
Former New York City Mayor Rudy Giuliani is coming to Amarillo College next fall as part of the Common Reader program.
We're excited to announce that the 2012-2013 Common Reader will be Rudy Giuliani's leadership, and we're excited to bring that to our students. We think it's going to be a phenomenal opportunity.
Millicent says the Common Reader Selection Committee picks a book that is best suited to the interests of students in the coming year. She says leadership works well with the spirit of AC being a no-excuse college.
Millicent says this upcoming year will be the 5th Common Reader book. She says Jonathan Safran Foer's Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close has been a huge success, from the first ever visual arts competition to the free showing of its motion picture.
This past year's choice of Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close was picked out of a selection of 11 books that every member read.
I was basically the student's perspective and the group of committees that met for the Common Reader, just to get a different view of it. It was the first time we ever had students on the committee. So I was one of the first students to serve on the Common Reader.
This past year, students were able to attend the free showing of the movie Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close at the United Artists Theater. This is Rebecca Arnold with the AC Report.
The college's 2012-2013 institutional theme is Be the Change. AC officials say the theme is designed to increase learning through unified programs on campus. The annual institutional theme gives students and faculty a single idea to explore throughout the year. The theme is also a way to draw community response and participation. Vice President of Academic Affairs Russell Lowry Hart introduced the idea of using the theme last year.
Far more than I think we thought they would to begin with, which gives me hope for the power that it might possess as we move forward.
This year's theme was Reconstructing 9/11. Lowry Hart noted that one of the highlights was the exhibition of Aftermath, the only collection of photographs from Ground Zero. The exhibit traveled throughout the country, and AC was the only place it was shown in the state of Texas.
Amarillo College hosted the 10th annual Living Through Education Luncheon on March 30th. Citizens from all over Amarillo attended the show to support for the program and donate money through the silent auction. KMR anchor Jackie Kingston served as Master of Ceremonies. Mayor Paul Harpole and AC's Bob Austin spoke at the event. This year, 2 veterans were also honored. Veterans Vernon Jezek and Wes Phelps, who are former students, spoke at the luncheon. Proceeds go towards scholarships for students helping to pay for tuition. books, and other fees. Since 2002, the Light Luncheon has raised over $200,000. Big changes are underway for AC's Hereford and Moore County campuses. Rachel Segura joins us now with an update on what's new in these two campuses. Rachel, I understand that these significant improvements are taking place?
That's right, Hector. Both campuses are going to get new facilities. At the Moore County campus in Dumas, work has begun on a new $4.5 million, 30,000 square foot career and technical training center. The new facility will be paid for through revenue bonds. The Moore County campus needs the space to accommodate record enrollment. Students say there are many reasons they choose to attend classes in Dumas.
I don't want to drive to Amarillo every day because of gas.
I chose to come to AC because it's a small, local community college.
Our students do not have to spend as much money on gas and things like that because we have our local campus here.
Meanwhile, Hereford will be getting a whole new campus thanks to a $3 million gift. William C. Hanshaw of Scottsdale, Arizona donated the money in honor of his friends Everett and Mabel McDougall Hinkson. AC will commit an additional $2 million to fund the campus, which will be built on a 10-acre plot of land donated by the Hereford Economic Development Corporation.
That sounds pretty exciting, Rachel. Now, how bad does Hereford need all this extra space?
Hereford really needs this new facility. The current campus has outgrown its building. It has been housed in a wing of an old elementary school since it opened in 2005.
Thank you very much, Rachel. Despite the cramped facilities, students at AC's Hereford campus say they love going to college in their hometown. Reporter Sammy Hamad introduces us to a welding major named Madison Butler.
Hereford branch of Amarillo College is looking for a student named Madison Butler.
It's Madison's first semester at the Hereford campus and he's focusing on welding, but that's not how he spends all of his time. He also works full-time as an assistant manager at this Stripes convenience store. And when he's not working or going to school, he is out at his grandfather Clark Andrews' farm, helping tend to the land and livestock, which may be boring for some, but he enjoys it.
It's pretty cool, you know, just down here, not a lot of people, small classes, get to know people, you know, really, you know, like in regular schools, you know, there's a bunch of people, you don't really talk to some people. There's people, you talk to everybody because everyone's pretty cool here.
This is Sammy Hamed for the AC Report.
This school year has been a busy time for the AC student government. Lizzie Kaufman is live in the newsroom to give us an update on the SGA's activities during this academic year. Lizzie?
It has been a year of nonstop action and activities for the Student Government Association. They kicked things off in August with the showing of the movie Thor. In September, students remembered the heroes that sacrificed their lives with flags memorializing 9/11. Later that month, the SGA had a blast from the past in Fall Fest, then finished the semester with a brown bag seminar and a study camp to help students prepare for final exams. Spring semester began with the SGA pairing up with the AC Common Reader program to host a free showing of the movie Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close. The SGA also sponsored a visit from beatbox performer Heatbox and political and human rights activist Johan Sadat. Finally, SGA wrapped up the year with Club Clash, Badgerama, and the Spring Fling.
Has the SGA chosen new officers for next year?
Yes, students recently elected new officers. Engineering major Michaela Sample will be the new student government president.
Coming up next, pay a visit to Club Clash and Badgerama.
And find out how students stay in shape and make new friends through intramural sports.
Good writing is an essential skill for success in college, and the Amarillo College Writers Corner is here to help you succeed. Offering one-on-one sessions with knowledgeable and encouraging tutors, the Writers Corner can assist you with writing projects for any AC class. Our tutors review assignment requirements, provide constructive feedback, and guide you through all phases of the writing process. The warm and welcoming facility is open to all students regardless of academic discipline or skill level. We're located in room 102, Ordway Hall on AC's Washington Street campus. Stop by today.
Welcome back to the AC Report. As the school year draws to a close and graduation nears, AC is paying tribute to the best and the brightest. Hundreds of students gathered at the Honors Convocation at the Civic Center on April 15th. students received special awards including Who's Who among students in American junior colleges and Outstanding Major. State Representative John Smithy was recognized during the ceremony as the 2012 Distinguished Alumnus. Awards were also presented to students for high grade point averages, scholarships, and memberships in honor societies.
AC students are also winning awards on the playing fields. Prizes, travel, and competing in regional tournaments are just a few of the benefits of participating in the college's intramural sports program. Russell Jones joins us now live from the newsroom with the latest on AC intramurals. Russell, why should students get involved in intramural sports?
Intramurals offer a way for students to meet new people, get some exercise, and participate in doing something they love. Activities offered include basketball, softball, dodgeball, volleyball, and flag football. The players get to travel to regional tournaments if they maintain high grades.
I encourage students to get involved because it's just a way to keep them on campus, to keep them involved, to know somebody that they can ask, what should I do in this class? I'm struggling. Have possible peer tutors that they could work with, and then just make lifelong friends.
Students who are interested can contact Trainer Ryder at 371-5467. AC League is on Thursday evenings.
Rather than spending time outdoors playing sports with their friends, some students would rather be inside hunched over a computer. The common term for this type of person is nerd. But calling someone a nerd could be a compliment. Stephen Downs explained.
Nerd, a noun. Definition according to Google, a foolish person who lacks social skills or is boringly studious.
It's a person that stays in his own little reclusive self, but when he's around other people that are like him, it's when he's able to come out.
Definition 2. An intelligent, single-minded expert in a particular technical discipline or profession.
Someone who enjoys playing video games and doesn't necessarily care for doing sports-like stuff.
We all know the classic image of the nerd.
They went from basically just, the dorks with the big glasses that only liked video games and didn't talk to anybody.
They were the bookworm. They would walk around like, ah.
But has that definition gone out of style?
But now it could basically mean anything.
The definition used to be considered negative, but nowadays more and more people are happy to call themselves nerdy.
Apparently now it's cool to be a nerd. They consider themselves nerds even though they're not.
Some die-hard nerds are taking this new fad to be insulting.
You either know what being a true nerd means or you don't. Regardless of what the name means for you, however, the nerds are out there. From the AC campus, I'm Stephen Downs with the AC Report. May the force be with you.
What a bunch of nerds. Live music, games, food, a big crowd, and a life-size badger. Of course, it's Badgerama. Students say this year's Badgerama was a huge success. The theme of the annual spring celebration was Game On, with a focus set on video games. The event took place on April 19th at the Washington Street campus. About 1,500 students turned out to enjoy the food and music. Campus clubs and organizations sponsored activities and information booths. This year's video game themed Badgerama t-shirt was so popular that it was sold out before the end of the event.
Badgerama's video game theme represents a common pastime amongst AC students. According to the Entertainment Software Association, 72% of American households play video or computer games, and AC students are no exception. But all this game playing may get in the way of succeeding at schoolwork. Chris Jenkins reports.
Here at Amarillo College, video games are one of the most popular forms of entertainment for students. Students say their grades are not affected by playing video games.
Yeah, I play a lot of video games. It doesn't really affect my schoolwork that much. Sometimes I stay up way too late. It's just beast mode engaged, you know. Some people they like rock climbing. Some people are into bondage. I like video games. To each his own.
I play video games quite often, like upwards towards about 150 hours a week. Now, does that affect my schoolwork? Depends on if I let it. Sometimes I choose to do video games over homework, and that can affect my schoolwork, but that's not because of video games. I mean, sometimes I choose to sit and read over homework. Homework just sucks.
Teachers at AC say that video games do increase hand-eye coordination, but they also increase aggression.
The video games may increase kind of that agitation in kids, that tendency towards aggression, kind of may not foster the sort of understanding of cause and effect thinking that we want to see in children. And so those are some of the downsides of video games. And we see this as particularly true with boys who already have some aggression and impulse control problems.
With enough discipline, students can still maintain good grades while enjoying their video games. I'm Chris Jenkins with the AC Report.
From video games to competition based on wit and skill, AC hosted its annual club clash on April 11th at the Washington Street campus. The clubs competed against one another in activities to be number one. They were put to the test in brawn through tug of war, brains with trivia questions, and the might of their stomachs through a chicken wing eating contest. Jesus Mendoza ate his way to victory for the psychology club by consuming 47 chicken wings.
Lots of crying because those things were hot, not spicy, but like boiling hot. So I mean, I think I have blisters in my throat.
Ouch, blisters in the throat. Watching people eat chicken wings may not be your idea of a good time, but fortunately, there were lots of other options for entertainment at Amarillo College this year. Entertainment reporter Zeb Rollins joins us now with a recap of the music, theater, and special events that took place this year.
Well, Brooke, this year started out with a showing of Thor in the outside amphitheater. A huge crowd turned out for free popcorn and, of course, Chris Hemsworth, who was a good star. Were you able to go see it, Brooke?
Yes, I was able, and I tell you, that Chris Hemsworth, woo!
Well, we also had a comedian come to Ace Amarillo College. He's actually pretty famous. Moa Murr performed in the club basement. He was on Last Comic Standing, a show that was funny but didn't tickle the ratings for many seasons. Now, I know you were able to go to Heatbox, and he got the crowd heated up with his slick rhythms and mixes during the winter. What did you think, Brooke?
I thought he was very nice. It was really interesting how he put the vocals to the beatboxing, and the students really enjoyed it as well.
As for performances, AC's Theater started out this semester with a show called Recent Tragic Events that went along with the 9/11 theme. Then it went to Medea, a Greek play about a woman scorned seeking revenge, and captivated all those who made their way to the experimental theater. What did you think of Jerry Peacock's portrayal of Medea? I heard she killed her kids.
Well, I wasn't able to make it to the Medea play, but I did hear from other students that it was pretty intense and a little bit grotesque.
Very true. She killed her kids and fed them to her husband. But
it's terrible. What a terrible person. What was your favorite event this year, Zeb?
Well, since I don't like killing kids, I guess my favorite part of the events was the movie Thor.
Yeah, that guy's sexy. A former AC student is on his way to film school after winning the nation's largest private scholarship offered to community college students. John Alexander has been awarded the Jack Kent Cook Transfer Scholarship. The $60,000 scholarship is available to all community college students who are transferring to a four-year university to complete their bachelor's degrees. Alexander majored in general studies at AC and will be pursuing a bachelor's degree in film.
Chance in a lifetime, and student loans is hard for anybody.
That an AC student has been awarded this scholarship. Alexander says he will use the money to enroll in film school in New York City.
Although scholarship winner John Alexander knows exactly where he's headed, other AC students are not so sure where they will be going after graduation day. So what lies in store for these soon-to-be college graduates? Cameron Barnes explores life after AC.
At Amarillo College, the path to your future starts here. But what happens after AC? The future is yours to decide.
After AC, I'm transferring to Texas Tech. I'm going to continue my education there in psychology. Maybe join research.
I plan on going to graduate school and working in the arts and humanities in general, teaching.
So I'm going to be at Texas Tech's transfer over there.
I would choose WT because it's close, it's convenient, and it's just right here.
The ranking is pretty good, top 10 for a petroleum program.
I plan on teaching. I want to get my master's and either become a high school teacher or a professor.
I'm going to graduate from AC with my associates in general studies, which I'm really excited about. And then I'm going to go to Tech in the fall, Texas Tech University, which I'm really looking forward to.
Some graduates of AC have started families and continue their education.
I graduated with an associate's in forensic science from Amarillo College. I stay at home with my child. I have one, and then I babysit. But I also attend Arizona State University online for criminology.
I was a graduate of Amarillo High School,
and wasn't to a point yet where I was ready to go off to a four-year school, and I knew they had a really good radio TV department here. So you start here, and quite frankly, I think my 2 years here benefited me a lot more for my career path than the following 2 years at the U of H.
Whether you're raising a family or continuing your career, AC can be beneficial to everyone. This is Cameron Barnes for the AC Report.
Congratulations to all the graduates. Thanks for joining us for this year-end video edition of the AC Report.
To find out more about news and events, activities taking place at your community college, check out the Ranger online at www.acranger.com. Have a great summer.
Have a great summer, everyone.